Scrappy friends, and a big welcome to my channel today. So we are already a week into November, and I am finally doing my voiceover for my Scrap the Boys layout for November. And this month it is all about the flowers, and we've been given the go-ahead to use photos of females in the photo as well, in the photos on these layouts as well. And so I snapped these photos of myself with each of my children. I think these photos are dated 2019, if I remember correctly. And I thought it would be a really fun way to scrap them. I'm using the Cocoa Vanilla Studios These Days collection. This is the first layout I have used this for. And I am totally and completely embracing the flowers theme for this month. Working on this beautiful wood grain paper, which is called Pretty Posies, I think. I'm going through the 3x4 cards, thinking about layers behind my photos. I really liked the yellow and the rainbow here, but you'll see in just a sec I'll switch them out. And I end up pulling out papers from the A5 paper pad. Now, hot tip. It is an A5 paper pad, not a 6x8 paper pad, which I forgot when I started cutting my layers down here. I was like, yep, if I cut my photos down a little bit, I will have enough to do a border around both of these photos. And then I realized that I actually don't, but that's okay. There's 2 sheets of each pattern paper in this A5 paper stack, so it's all good. I'm going to distress the edges on all of my paper layers, which there's not going to be too many of them. But I'm going to distress them all just for a little bit of interest. And I'm going to go like, I'm just going to embrace the florals here and use that homegrown pattern paper in my background as well. So this is where I kind of went, whoops, I haven't quite cut this right. If I cut that in half, I'll be fine. And I looked at them there and I was like, hang on a sec, what's going on? No, I'll just keep going. Distress the edges. So I decided to go with a white pattern paper with a black like line drawing print on it as my first layer. I'm just going to grab some foam out. There you go, yeah, 2019, March 2019. I'm going to scribble the date on the back of this. What am I doing? Oh, just getting some more foam for this other photo. And now what? My goodness, I can't believe I left all this stuff in. Okay, so I'm going to stick these down, and this is where I realized, I'm like, hang on a second, what's going on here? Why is it smaller? And then it took me, and then I went, oh, blondie. That's okay. I will just cut down another one. So it's a little bit longer than 8 inches and a little bit narrower than 6. Anyone out there that has the same genius idea as me, just remember that. So that's my 2 photos with the first pattern paper behind them. This blue one is a tone-on-tone blue, and it's got little love hearts on it, and then I decided to go with this so many pinky corally kind of colour. I'm going to put the blue and then the pink on one, and then the pink and then the blue on the other, and you can see I'm just using my scissors here to trim those down. I'm going to distress the edges of those and stick them down, and I'm just going to overlap these a little bit. I've got both of these on foam at the moment, but I'm going to add a little bit of extra foam to the photo on the left because I know that that's going to go slightly over top of the other one like that. And I really like how this is coming together. What I have got here is the whole collection because, of course. But this is the Floral die cut ephemera pack, and what I did was sorted out the single blooms, the blooms with leaves, the little like berry blossom pieces, and then the leaves. And all I'm doing here, my aim was to use as much of this pack as I could. Yep, I used a ton on this page, and I loved how it came together. I definitely embraced the theme this month. And like I said, I really, really love the way this layout came together. All I'm doing here is picking up pieces as I'm like, oh, I like that one, I'll use that. Layering them up, trying not to have like one blue on top of another blue, or one yellow right on top of another yellow, and I'm just layering them up in here. Some of them are like the flower and cover up the leaf. Some of them you see more of the leaf than the flower. But yeah, so I'm just playing with the placement here. I don't leave this whole process in. It did take me a little while. I'm not particularly confident when it comes to layering the flowers on a scrapbook layout. But the more I do love doing it. It's super fun. I just don't feel that it's my strongest scrapbooking asset. So you can see I'm just picking one flower at a time and seeing where I can put it in there. I really love the way this is looking. I pull in these black and white sketchy leaves. I love what they add to the page. It's subtle, but it's kind of not as well. Just add a couple of those in. I'm just drinking my tea as well. I've got this beautiful berry tea from T2. It's delicious. So yeah, I'm just adding in these bits and pieces. Again, I don't make you watch all of this process. Next, I start gluing everything down, and again, I don't make you watch all of that. Some of the flowers I pop up, some I lay flat, but you'll see when I show you me sticking them down. So I add the glue, and then I bend up they're not leaves, they're petals. Bend up the petals just for a bit of extra dimension and interest. Pretty sure I just show you 3 of these, and then that yellow one up the top. Tuck that back in there. And here we are. All of that is stuck down. I love how that looks, and you can see the foam. There is quite a bit of dimension to this layout, and did you see all my bits go flying then? Alright, so my title. I tossed and turned between, I couldn't work out what I wanted to use here, and I ended up going with always. Obviously they are my children and I will always love them. We are also all big Harry Potter fans in this house, and if you are also a Harry Potter fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I was just like, yes, I'm going to use that as my title. I love it. And then I pulled in some of these little leaf spriggy foam thingies and tucked those into my layers. Again, just something a little bit different, so it's a different texture. And I add them around so that they just add a little bit of something else to this page, because it's lots of like paper florals at the moment. These are so sweet. I love them. Kind of just adding them so that they feel balanced to me. These little puffy hearts are the most beautiful, shiny, sparkly gorgeousness. I love them. I need another 12 packs. I use 5 on this page. I just feel like it was exactly what I needed. So one goes there, and I literally just kind of tuck them in so they're part of the clusters there's 2 giant clusters here. So they're part of all of that beautiful floralness. And I've got 4. I'm like, okay, I've got to add in a 5th one. I tried further up here. I was like, nah. Move it around a bit, move it on top, move it underneath. Try it around a few different places. I'm like, nope, it's going right where I put it, down the bottom here. I love it there. I feel like it just balances everything beautifully. And then I love these wooden buttons. and I use 3 on this page, so take off some of the foam I've got behind this particular floral, and I'm going to tuck this one in under there. So my whole title reads, Always Love You. And then I'm going to bring in 2 more. These little guys do have a foam adhesive on the back that you can see. I'm just peeling that off. Number 1, I wasn't really sure where I wanted them. Number 2, it was a bit too much dimension for me. That one goes there. It's a blue one, and can't remember what's on it. And then you can see me moving this other one around all over the place. I'm going to try it in a few different places. Tuck it in here, and then it slips under and further under. But it does go in there in the end. Sorry for my head. I've got everything stuck down now, and I am coming in with the gold Heidi Swap Colour Shine. I have one incredibly amazing, wonderful, beautiful friend who sent me perhaps 2.5, 2 3/4 bottles of this beautifulness. I am so lucky, so blessed. I love them. I love my friend even more. So I am going a bit gold splatter crazy, you can see, but I really love the gold splatter on the wood background, not the wood grain paper. I think it looks amazing. Yes. I do come in with some white splatters. You actually literally see these fade away into the paper. On the video, I added a bit too much water. I found that these don't splatter. It's the white India ink. I find that I do need to add like a tiny bit of water, but in this case I added way too much water, and you'll see in a sec. I splatter it on and you watch, it fades into the background. It's not there anymore. See, top left, it's all gone. I'm like, what's going on here? Then I added some more, and these ones stayed on a lot better. And that is going to finish up my layout. I did add an accessory sticker sheet to the left hand side of my photos. It's just a little tab, and I write the date on there. There is no journaling on this page, none, just that date. So as always, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Here are the close-ups. I hope that you'll enjoy them. I can't wait to see what you create for this month's Scrap the Boys Floral Challenge. Feel free to chuck in a photo of yourself with your boys, whichever boy you choose to scrap. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you as always for stopping by. I hope you have a fantastic, happy, scrappy day.